Good morning, traders. Welcome to today's market review. This is Razak with CMTrading. Today is July 10th, 2014, and today is Thursday. So as we get to the biggest economic calendar day of the week, we're looking at the ECB monthly report, which is coming out at 10 o'clock this morning. Major number for the euro. And then at 1 o'clock, we have a Bank of England rate decision, which is a major number. If you've noticed, the GDP has been dipping slightly before this number. And then later today at 2:30, the U.S. has its weekly jobless claims. Looking at the Euro USD, we had this nice rally up to 136.39, bouncing even in anticipation. We're actually hitting somewhat of a resistance here, previous support, previous resistance. So right here, I would say it's a little bit of a resistance. I would proclaim probably make it back to the 36.20 level. We're talking about 25 pip move, perhaps on the way down here. Not a bad move. You're just scalping away and just taking little profits. Not too bad. Considering the U.S. is coming out with a little bit of news today, you might want to keep it in your radar to see how the euro is going to trade. Looking at the GBP Japanese yen, this is on a much longer time frame, but just to give you a perspective, this is a 100 pip retracement. This is on a weekly chart. As you can see, we've gone over something like 3,000 pips, 4,000 pips in these moves. So needless to say, 100 pips on the retracement is not that big of a deal. But if you look in a longer time chart, we'll see that we are at somewhat of a resistance level here. And we have this little wedge formation back here with this, but we haven't been to these levels in a very long time. So there's a little bit of a resistance at this level to go any higher, but if we break 175 and we hold it above 175, there's no question we can hit 180. And at that point, I would suggest we have some sort of a stronger resistance where this was previous support. So all indication is that it is a little bit bullish, but again, like I said, it did sell off. If you look at this chart, a 30-minute chart, it did sell off 100 pips this week. So there has been some good activity. Maybe they're trying to beat it up a little bit before the number, so in the anticipation when the number does come out, they'll be able to rally even higher. That way they're getting a better price for it. So keep an eye on the GBP USD. Gold's been rallying quite nicely over the past day. Big move up. Remember, we consolidated up here after we made this behemoth move from 1265 to 1315. And we just traded in a range, and as you can see, we're at the top of the range right now. We're challenging this 1331 level. There is resistance at 1330. And the next spot, I would say, if we do break up higher than 1330, will be about 1350. Okay, so if we do break this, I would say break above 1335. Okay, if we do break above that, then I would anticipate we'd hit into the 1350 range. Considering what's going on in the world, politically, geographically, all that fun stuff, things are a little bit rocky. Looking at the Dow Jones, just briefly, Dow Jones came right back up. It's sold up 117 points and then rallied 78 points yesterday. So it's showing you that it's still very strong. No real sign of a big sell-off coming off, but it is, maybe taking a little bit of a break from its, the bulls kind of get tired after working so hard, so they may be taking a little bit of a break, but we're in the heart of the summer season right now, so things are a little bit light in any case. Looking at oil. So you see crude oil just tanking, basically just selling off. If you remember last week, we were holding it about 107, okay, about this area. We never broke higher, and look at where we are right now. We're at 101, 6 points just releasing. Despite what's going on in the Middle East, despite what's going on in the world, there is not enough demand for oil in order to take the prices higher. As you can see, there are multiple opportunities to have jumped in and to have shorted the oil. Okay, so keep an eye out again on the GDP later today, the Euro USD, with some major numbers coming out today. Have a great trading day. This is Razak at CMTrading.